My name is Avi Abelow. I am speaking here in Jerusalem outside of the Prime Minister's home here in Jerusalem. We are going through a very, very hard time in Israel today with continuous, almost daily terror attacks by Muslims who just wake up in the morning and decide to kill a Jew. That's it, no matter what age, male, female, adult, child. They just wake up in the morning, they take a knife, they take scissors to kill a Jew. Who's going to be the person we kill today? Anyone who's looking at me right now live can tell that I'm personally shaken up because I just myself watched a video of the latest terror attack that just took place where a guard in the city, the Israeli city of Ma'ale Adumim, was hatched, not to death, he's still alive, he's fighting for his life, hatched by a Muslim with an axe, just hatching him. It's one of the most disgusting things, just standing over him and hitting him with the axe, and hitting with the axe. Now, besides this being disgusting, and besides the atmosphere of daily terror attacks from regular Joe Schmoes just killing innocent Jews for no reason other than to kill a Jew, this Muslim worked in the mall where the guard worked. He knew him. Supposedly they ate together and had coffee together. That's what I wrote. I don't know if it's verified or not, but he worked there. He was a Muslim Arab who had a job. He had a living. He's not someone poor. He's not someone going to kill because of oppression. He is a normative Muslim Arab who lived and knew the guy who he hacked to try to kill. It is the most disgusting reality and sick reality to live with. So when I hear, forgive me, but when I hear the word Palestine or the state of Palestine used, I think of one word: evil. Because everything that the conceptual state of Palestine stands for is evil, killing Jews and destroying the state of Israel. It does not stand for anything positive. They have 20 years of getting billions of dollars of aid from the world, and they still do not have a functioning society. They use all of that money towards their own pockets and towards terror to kill Jews. Do you know what they could have developed with the billions of dollars tax money from around the world if they really wanted to develop a state that brings about positive and is pro-humanity? They could have had a functioning society that is beautiful for the world. But no, they used tax-earned money of Europeans and Americans and Israelis to build a terror state, even if it's not a state, which is evil. And what do I think of when I think of people who call themselves Palestinians, or when people say Palestinian people or nation? I think of a death cult, because they are educated. They are educated to kill Jews. That's why children, 13, 14-year-olds, wake up in the morning and pick up a knife to kill and murder Jews. Because they're television stations that tax money from Europe, America, and Israel going to television programming, educating these children to want to murder Jews. It is that simple. So my call to the Israeli government and my call to the Prime Minister of Israel is to stop this facade. Stop saying that you support the two-state solution, because the whole purpose of the two-state solution and the state of Palestine is the ultimate destruction of the one and only Jewish state in the world. It has no other purpose. Here in Israel, anyone who knows the truth about Israel and the Middle East knows that Israel is an oasis of democracy in a sea of murder, terror, and intolerance in the outlying Muslim world. It is that simple. The only place where Muslims have free rights and equality are in Israel. Any Muslim who wants a right to live does not want to live in Syria, Iraq, or Iran. He wants to live in Israel. That's the simple truth. So what's the solution? What do I call upon the Israeli government to do in order for us to stop this terror, so we don't have to mourn each day another murdered innocent Jew? It's simple, and it's called sovereignty. A state doesn't just have sovereignty, it has to act as the sovereign. The fact that Muslim Arabs can build illegally for decades, can steal, and the police and the justice system does nothing, virtually nothing, not nothing, virtually nothing, to stop it, that gives the message to the Arabs in Israel, in the Negev, and the Galil, and East Jerusalem, and everywhere, that Israel isn't serious about its sovereignty, that really one day this is going to be their homeland, because one day the Jews are going to raise their hands and just run away, because we do not enforce the law. A Jew builds a porch, and the porch is destroyed. A Jew builds up a tent that isn't supposed to be there because the permits are not given, it will be destroyed. But Arabs who build mansions in the Galil or in the Negev or Judea and Samaria, that will go on for years. They take down Jewish vineyards, oh, the justice system will let that happen. Taking down Arab vineyards, all of a sudden, forget about it. So if Israel wants to stop the terror, it's about taking the hope away from these so-called Palestinians that there ever will be a terror state called Palestine. And that means not just sovereignty in Judea and Samaria, it means sovereignty, Israel acting as the sovereign in the Negev, in the Galil, throughout Jerusalem, and all throughout the land. When we have a government and a prime minister that acts for Israel to act as the sovereign, 110%. So there is equality before the law for Jews, Arabs, and everyone. That is the day when we will stop the terror onslaught against innocent Jews in our one and only homeland, the Jewish state of Israel. And anyone who wants peace for the Middle East and want to bring peace to the world, you stand by Israel, because we are the right. We are the indigenous people here in this land. We are the ones spreading good to the whole world. Choose right, choose justice, choose morality, choose Israel. And thank you to Women in Green for everything you do and for this vigil right here today.